there is those intangibles that are involved. And I think that's what you're speaking to, that you're like, no, I need this guy. I want this guy in my locker room. This guy's going to be there not only for me, but for everybody else in this locker room when the moments are tight and when the game's on the line. How, if I'm right in saying that, how do you go about your recruitment model when you're trying to find these guys that can be Danbury hat tricks?
I asked them a lot about adversity, and I'd ask you, what's the toughest moment the game has ever presented you? And then if you provide an answer that is an adverse situation, I'm going to ask you, what did you learn in that moment? And then within that moment, what was the hardest thing that you had to go through in that moment? Was it a broken bone? Was it, my feelings are hurt? Where is it, right? And then I try to get an understanding of how willing those people are to go through the adversity that they went through, and what did you learn from that adversity, and how do you apply that moving forward? I'm just a big believer that if you're willing to fight through the adversity that this game provides you, you're going to be there in the end, right? And there's some really good, skilled hockey players, far more skilled than I was, that didn't play as long as I did, just because they weren't willing to do things that I was willing to do.